What's up, guys? Jeremy Lou Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the page. Give this a thumbs up if you like it. You know, just give it up anyways. Give it a thumbs up. Today's video is about taking what you can get. So if you guys follow my videos, you know a lot of what I talk about is valuing yourself, charging the correct amount, making sure that people don't take advantage of you. But let's be real. I was in the same boat as a lot of newer photographers in my town and the world, is that you're hungry to work, maybe you're hungry to eat, but you're hungry to work and something comes along and maybe they don't have the right budget, the right pricing, maybe they don't value photography. So what is it that you can do as a photographer to make it worth it to you and almost just take whatever you can get, right? Roll credits. So what does that mean? That means that, let's say somebody wants you to shoot an event for them and they just don't want to pay you. They don't have the budget for photography, but they really want photography. So today's video is, let's talk about some ways to make an event work for you that may be cost effective to the person hiring you, but also get you a lot of what you need from whatever you're shooting. So I always want you to value your time. Time equals money. Time is the only thing you cannot get back. Even if somebody paid you $1 million for an hour, but you were to die the next hour, you spend that first hour doing whatever you wanted. You're not going to work for $1 million to spend $1 million in an hour. Does that make sense? Yes. So first thing, we're going to talk about different type of sessions and what you can do to make it value to yourself, because you're going to say yes to everything that comes to you. And I still do it every once in a while. If I get bored, I want to try something new, I'll say yes, but I also want to make sure I put value onto myself, my work, and what I do. So the first thing we're going to focus on is events. And I focus on events because events are how I started my photography career. I was shooting portraits, I was shooting people, but I wasn't getting my name out there. So I actually just started going to events and putting my name out there saying, hey, I'm an event photographer, I would love to shoot your event. And usually if I came up to them, there's no budget or price point to pay me. Right now, I charge $300 an hour to shoot an event. Comes with a digital gallery, downloadable images, and then hoorah, go from there, super quick edit. But when I first started, I could not charge $300 an hour, but I also wanted to make sure that I was getting something out of it. So, brainstorming, a few ways to do this. Somebody wants you to shoot an event and they can't pay you, or they can pay you minimally. First off, if you can take any cash, take it. If they're offering $50 an hour or $100 for 4 hours, yes, thank you, but can we please do this? The add-ons to an event always are, can I get my logo onto your brochure, your pamphlet, your credits, whatever's rolling out? If they have a slideshow playing, can you please put my logo on there? Can you please announce me as a photographer? Can the DJ give a shout out to me as a photographer? Something where people are gonna remember your name. Am I allowed to hand out cards at the event? Can I hand out cards maybe with a link to the gallery that these are gonna be on? That way it's gonna trace back to you. People are gonna go log into your gallery, find you, download images, right? Using sponsorship as a way of promoting yourself. You never know. At an event of 1,000 people, if your name goes out there 3 or 4 times throughout the night, they see your name in a brochure, you're handing them out cards, you're making friends, you could get hundreds of bookings from that in the next 5 years. You have no idea. Shooting events is an amazing way to do it. Now let's go to the other end. You're a portrait photographer, so now you're shooting a portrait. I have a a la carte option. So I have a session fee of $95 and then they purchase what they want after, right? The reason I like this is because I'm not valuing myself at that $95. I know they're gonna spend way more on products after. Once they see the photos, they're gonna value it. So one of my tricks when I first started, and I still do it every once in a while if I really wanna shoot somebody, is that instead of going, when they come and say, hey, how much do you charge? I say, you know, it's up to you. But they're like, well, I don't know how much I wanna spend. I'm like, you know what? Or they don't wanna spend enough. So, let me gift you the session fee of $95. It's my gift to you. You just pay for products and what you want. Little do they know they're going to end up spending more, but also it gives me a way to shoot them. I use the gift option of shooting them without paying the session fee only for shoots that I feel like I can use in my current portfolio. Model shoots, creative bridal shoots, certain family shoots. Maybe I've been shooting the same type of family stuff. I get to go to a new location. Maybe it's an attractive family or an ethnic family or an Asian family, which I don't get very many of. And they're thinking about shooting with me. If I can push this creative session on them, and use it for my port as well, because anything I shoot can go towards my port. That's just how it works. Then I will gift them that session fee to get them in. So they're not going to pay as much, right? Because we're still in this, they don't want to pay. They're not going to pay as much, but what I get out of it is the portfolio side of it. I'm allowed to use that for my portfolio. Same with weddings. So weddings, if you really need to shoot a wedding or you really want to build your portfolio, then offer something. Instead of dictating your price, maybe offer them an engagement session to entice them to come in. People save a little bit of money getting a free engagement session, your gift to them, and in turn, they'll be able to pay for their wedding in full. It really costs you an hour or two of your time, but this is getting what you can get, right? So this is somebody comes in and says, you know, it has to be worth it to you. I can't really afford $3,000 to shoot my wedding, but I really love your work. You think you're amazing. What can I do? Short of pricing plans, short of just don't offer a discount. Offer different ways to go about it. And that's kind of the biggest tip of this video. So let me know what you guys think. How would you never say no to a client, but make it value to you? Are there some tricks that you do that I don't know about? I'm sure there's a ton, because these are my basic tricks, and I really haven't talked about this with anybody other than like, this is what I do. What do you do when somebody comes to you and they just can't afford you? We're assuming they can't afford you and they're not being jerks about it. They're not like, I hate photographers, I don't care about photography. But these are like, they love photography, they want to get you in, you're excited to work with them, but you also, you got to eat, you got to make money, and you want to make sure that you create amazing images, you still need to pay for gear. What are your tricks? Thank you guys. Please share, like, subscribe. Look at this. Look at this move. Look at that. You see that? Bye.